Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be. Coach, as the 2019 regular season starts speeding toward a conclusion, not too many games remain to be played here in Oakland, California. The pregame festivities here in Oakland have to be seen to be believed. This crowd in silver and black, they are fired up as their Raiders get set to face off with the Tennessee Titans. Two teams trying to stake their claim to postseason football. Week 14 of the NFL is underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Now the first-round pick from Alabama, Josh Jacobs. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
And now a throw here secured by his running back out of the backfield. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Darren Waller, the intended receiver, and it's third down. Now Allen. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
On the ready.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. Out of the gun, Tannehill. And caught by Henry. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And it's a second down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Throwing again on second down. Tannehill. He finds Corey Davis. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 22 yards there, a first down.
50, plant. Come on. 22-jet bombers. 22-jet snipe.
Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease and they can
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
Look at me.
Third and long. It's Tannehill. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. $12 yards on the return that time, and the Raiders will take over now 1st and 10. The Raider offense set to get this drive started and hoping to do better than they did their last possession when they punted the football.
Appeal to the vanity of your offensive line. Tell them that they control your fate. Leverage guys. Win the line of scrimmage. If you do that, you start to win first down. You win second down. And guess what? You start accumulating first downs, and that's what they need in order to not punt the ball again.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Allen. This will be caught. Tyrell Williams. 7 yards there and a first down. Like Antonio Brown, Tyrell Williams came to the Raiders in March. Came up the coast from L.A., where he caught 41 balls last year with the Chargers. His best year was 2016 when the Chargers were still in San Diego. Over 1,000 yards, 7 touchdowns, and the Raiders really have high hopes for this 27-year-old. Looking for Aguilar, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Aqib Talib. And they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line.
When we talk about Aqib Talib, technique is not the word that comes to mind, but don't worry about that. This guy anticipates as well as anyone in the league, and he did just that, picking off another pass.
They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. The tackle made by Nicholas Morrow.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
On second down, it's Henry. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
From the gun on third down, Tannehill. Well, the two men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up fourth down. So it doesn't look like they're going to be able to build off the turnover.
Well, the defense certainly did its part to get them the football. But you're exactly right. It looks like they're going to have to punt this one away. And it's not a turnover, but doesn't it feel like one after grabbing the momentum with the defensive play?
Yeah, and they had all that momentum after getting the football, and now zapped right back in the other direction. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first two drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up first and 10. No score after one on EA Sports. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another first and 10. Here's Allen to throw it. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Now a play fake here on first down. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Foster Moreau with his first career NFL touchdown, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
Hey, lock it.
Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up fourth down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads. They don't.
And that's caught inside the 35. And all the way in. Touchdown, Oakland. A big play there, with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Raiders are able to strike quickly for 6. Now the extra point try forthcoming. And it's good to make it 14-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that. Under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Muhammad Wilkerson able to record his 5th sack of the season. The Titans on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 16. Here's Tannehill. He's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty. And it's 4th down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Fielded just inside the 20. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Allen fakes the give and keeps himself. He'll find his tight end. That's Waller. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. A try here for the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. There to make the tackle, Steven Nelson.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 21 yards. Now a first down throw, Tannehill. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Running from the gun with Henry. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. A loss of 2 there. Second down. On 2nd and 12, Tannehill. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, box truck, box truck.
50, Mike 50. Watch the out. Here we go. 50. Mike 50. Check the out. Hey.
From the gun, here's Tannehill. Well, he's going to go for it all. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now. Now Greg Joseph for the field goal try. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this score will stay right where it is.
And this is one of the risks you run when you attempt a long field goal. If you miss, the defense takes over at the spot of the placement. So now they've got a chance to get one more drive in before halftime.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Flushed out right. Now he'll pull it down. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Taken in at the 22. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
It's now 3rd down.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4. Let's go. Slam. Slam. Alert.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. He's got his man. It's Williams. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A Raider first down, 17 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. On 1st down, they go with Jacobs again. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. On play action, Allen. This is caught inside the 15. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A gain there of 30 big ones. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's McKissick. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
That's it, baby.
And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive.
Hey, I'm coming.
To the air, Allen. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. To throw is Tannehill. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Titans, gain of 12.
15, 5.
A first down carry for Henry. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Check 24, check 24.
Check. Lucky.
Watch twist.
Fair.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. The Titans on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Tannehill. The open man is Smith. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 40.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
It'll be a pickup of 8 on the screen, and it sets up a 3rd down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
61, matchbox, right.
He's checking.
Ready?
51's the mic.
And looked like some movement there. Let's get the call. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Well, that's a tough, costly penalty because now it makes it 3rd and 6 after the false start.
Wide, get wide. Pilot, 64, weak.
36.
Snap.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And he'll only get this to about the 35. Well short of the line to gain. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Watch 81.
On 4th down, Tannehill. That's to his running back, complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays that have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
And this one complete to Smith. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. 17 yards on that play for the Titans.
Let's go. Let's go.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the first down.
Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. A shotgun snap for Tannehill. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. DeMarcus Lawrence, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Back to throw, Tannehill. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he's going to go down again. DeMarcus Lawrence, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Well, it's a Pyrrhic victory at best, but, Charles, no team wants to get shut out, so it's hard to blame them for taking the 3 there.
You can't blame them one bit. It hasn't been the best performance, that's for darn sure. But there is something to be said for fighting to avoid the goose egg, and they're at least trying to finish out strong.
The Oakland offense about ready to start this next drive. And last time they were able to churn some clock, they got the field goal, added on to their lead. But that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, but we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
We play to win. Let's go.
So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Here's Jacobs. And he's going to get hit at the line of scrimmage and driven backwards. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. On 2nd down now, it's Jacobs. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 13 and a Raider first down. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Jacobs from the gun. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. On 2nd down, Jacobs. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They will run out of the gun with Jacobs. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
Easy work. It's easy work. It's coming again.
So this one, a victory for the Oakland Raiders. And this was about as close to a shutout as you could get. I mean, barring a game where you only allow a safety, but this was the next best thing, just the field goal. That's all they gave up.
Yeah, and you know something, they're going to be disappointed because they gave up the field goal. But deep inside, somewhat satisfied as well, because you know how hard it is to keep people from scoring in this league. And the idea that you just gave up 3, yeah, your coaches will get on you. They'll say, we should have had the shutout. But they also will be pretty satisfied with that type of a performance.
So for Oakland, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Tennessee, it's loss number 5 for them on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.